So if you want to start on your back to move into bridge in a few moments, you can, or if you want to sit, you can sit. Yeah, if you want to do the lie down and flop around, you can do that. Let's begin to bring some intention into our movements. So maybe if you're moving around like, oh, why did I just twist over to this side? Oh, my back or my legs. Kind of piggybacking off of Tuesday, where we asked the question, why am I here? Not like an existential question, but just why am I here at 11 a.m. or 8 a.m.? Do we come with expectations? Do we come seeking a sensation in the body or the mind? And if we do, that's okay. But just recognizing why we rolled out our mat today. And then we'll just invite the subtle energy and the wisdom of the body to just be in the question. And we can relax that thinking mind that we were just talking about. Just relax into the movements and flow in the movements, flow in the breath. Begin to notice if your breath has a sound, or if it has a temperature. Maybe notice the parts of the body that are relaxed on the ground. Notice the parts of the body that are facing upward. And maybe we'll just point the toes and reach the arms overhead and take a nice big, like good morning stretch. Maybe doing one arm and then the other. And then let's bring our hands to our side, maybe the palms down. See how that feels. And then maybe roll the palms up to open up the shoulders. And then bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Maybe hips distance apart. Maybe just tap the feet on the floor. And then exhale to lift the pelvis, bring the low back to the ground. Feel the entire back body on the earth. And exhale. Let's inhale, lift the hips up, maybe readjusting the feet to get a firm foundation. Press those glutes into the hips. And then exhale, roll down for our bridge flow. Bringing the glutes up to the sky, maybe shimmying the shoulders if you want. And then exhale, rolling down, maybe lengthening the shoulders back to normal. We'll drive those glutes up again, bridge, lifting the hips. Let's pause with the hips lifted and then ground that left foot. Draw the right knee in kind of towards the chest and extend that leg long. Maybe point and flex the foot. Bend the knee and then place that foot back on the ground. Let's lower down the hips, hug the knees into the chest. And then exhale, drop the knees over to the right side of the mat for a nice reclined twist. The hand can be on the hip or the thigh, the left arm out like a T, or maybe it's just behind you. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring the knees back to the middle, bring the feet to the ground. Find that foundation on the feet, and then we'll exhale, drive those hips up again. And now we'll ground into that right foot, bring the left knee into the chest, point the left foot to the sky, and you can point and flex the feet. That leg can be extended if that's a little too demanding. If your legs are sore, you can bend the knee, maybe just rotate and point and flex the foot. And exhale, lower that left foot down. Let's lower down the back. Draw the knees into the chest and drop those knees over to the left side. And then extend the arms out. Anything that's going to feel like it's going to open your back and your chest up. Maybe noticing the spot in the stomach below the navel. That Svadhisthana chakra, that second chakra, that's where our samskaras like to hide out. That's habits. Our habits, good, positive, negative, they all hide out in there. Just kind of bring some awareness there as we bring the knees in to center again. Let's send the right leg long, the left leg draws in, and let that left knee maybe go out to the side and draw it across, making some knee circles with that left knee. Putting up the hip just gently. Nice, and now send the left leg long, draw the right knee in, rotate that right knee around. Be feeling it in the back of the leg. And again, just kind of looking into our habits. Sometimes we come here at 11, it's like, why are we here? And now draw that knee in and send that leg long. Let's bring the arms overhead, stretch it out, point the toes, reach the fingertips. And then when you're ready, let's exhale to roll over onto the side. And on our side, we're just gonna pause, either left side or right side. Bring that right arm, or that bottom arm, whichever one it is, underneath the head. Bring the top leg into the chest. Find the foot with the hand, and then just bring that foot behind you. So we're gonna stretching out the quad. So lying on your side, the top arm and finds the top foot. And maybe you send that leg back. And then we'll extend the leg long, let go of the leg, roll over to the other side and do the same thing over there. So rest on the arm and then grab that top foot with the top hand. And we'll be here for a couple breaths. And then exhale, let that leg go. And then from there, just roll all the way over, coming into your tabletop with hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then from there, get that nice foundation. Let's move through a couple cat-cows, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. Press that earth away as you round your spine, draw the chin to the chest, look at the belly button, gaze at that navel. Sits bones rock back, heart lifts forward, cow. And then exhale, rounding into cat. One more time, guys. Drop the belly, lift the heart. Let's pause with our heart lifted. And now exhale, round the spine. But this time, let's come into downward facing dog. So lift those hips up, the feet go back. And then exhale, resting in our downward facing dog. Press the hands into the floor. Maybe pedaling out the feet. Now inhale, step the right foot forward, pivot that left heel down, toes face forward, bend that front knee, rise up. Virabhadrasana 1, inhale. Exhale, maybe straighten that leg and then bend it again, sinking into that front bent knee. We're noticing the hip flexors and the rotation in the knee. If that doesn't feel good on the knee, then come onto the ball of the foot, just find crescent lunge. If it feels okay, lower the heel, let's breathe in. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back, pull the hands away, or bring those hands to the hips and just pinch the shoulder blades together. Now lift the heart, exhale. Straighten the front leg, and let's hinge at the waist, folding forward. Maybe frame the foot with the hand, dropping the hands down to the ground. Maybe you notice that you want to bring that right foot back closer to the left foot to narrow that space in between the feet, and you can. We'll pause over the leg. And then exhale, bend that knee as we start to rise up, lifting back up into our Virabhadrasana 1. Good, inhale. Now exhale, let's hinge forward at the waist. Interlace the hands behind us again. Maybe drop that shoulder down, our humble warrior. Arms reach to the sky, or hands on the hips. Breathing in and out. Exhale, drop the head. Maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no. Breathe in. Now exhale, keep yourself bad, but lower those arms so they're maybe hands are on either side of the foot. Find a block if it's handy. Should have said that before we started. Now bend that front leg, keep the hand on the block. Lift the block as high as you need, and then we'll twist over to the right. So coming into our revolved triangle, breathe in. Exhale, sigh. One more breath. Exhale, bend the knee and bring that right arm back down towards the ground. Bend that knee, let the hands dangle towards the earth. Let's rise up to our Virabhadrasana one more time. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Good, inhale. Exhale, fold it forward. Bring that hand to the block. The right arm reaches up to the sky. Maybe you straighten that front leg. Inhale. Now exhale, slight bend in that front leg. Walk that block forward. Let's rise up. Find our revolved half moon. Left leg lifts towards the sky. Heel lifting up. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring that right hand down. Now the hips are towards the floor. Left hand comes to the ground. Step that left foot back. Ground that left foot and then step the left foot forward. Bend the knees. Let's rise up to mountain pose. Exhale. Shoulders rolling back. Heart beaming forward. Let's plant the feet, guys. Kind of like that garlic we got to get in the ground. Get those feet in the ground. With the gaze, maybe close the eyes. Inhale. And exhale, letting go of any habits that don't quite serve us. And inhale, finding some gratitude for those samskaras that serve us well. Breathe in. Exhale, grounding that left foot, open the eyes. If they're closed, step the right foot back, pivot the heel down. Find that nice base, bend that front knee. Bring the arms down, back, around, and then up, opening the shoulders to chest, sinking down into the hips, down into that bent leg. Breathe in. Exhale, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale to interlace the hands behind the back. Maybe bring the hands to the hips or hinge forward over that bent leg. And then straighten that leg, finding our pyramid pose. Maybe you bring the feet closer together so we can straighten that leg and surrender here. You can release the hands, let the hands hover on either side of the ankle. Let's breathe in. Exhale, bend that knee as we rise back up. You can interlace the hands, maybe point to the sky with Kali Mudra, the index and thumb free, the other fingers folded over each other. Inhale. And then exhale, interlace the hands behind the back, pull those hands towards that back heel. Exhale, fold humble warrior. Keep that leg bent, shoulder maybe coming on the inside of that knee. Draw the stomach into the spine. So we're really aware of our core, that Svadhisthana chakra. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Now exhale, let's release the hands so they've come on either side of that foot. Pause here. And then bring that block on the inside of the foot so you have that block handy. Now straighten that front leg. And exhale. Bring your hand to the block and that left hand comes to the sky. Revolved triangle pose. Pavrita Trikonasana. Maybe notice how those hips feel as we plant that right hand and extend through the left. Now that left arm can also be just on the low back or the hip. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that left hand down. Now both hands frame the foot. Let's bend that knee, give a little relief. And then straighten that leg. Hand comes to the block. Lift that left arm to sky, twisting into our revolved triangle. Now grounding that left foot. Let's send that right foot to sky. Move that block ahead or anywhere in space that you need to give yourself that balance. Flex that right foot towards the face. The leg can be lifted a lot or a little. Breathe in. Belly button to spine. Now exhale, bring that left hand down. You can either release that hand off the block. Let's step the right foot to meet the left in front of our mat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend the knees. And rise up to stand. Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands reach above the head, Pranayama. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale up to a flat back, reach the crown of the head forward. The sit bones reach back, but the crown is forward. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, step everything back. Let's find our downward facing dog. Exhale, sit bones reach to the sky. Press those hands into the earth. Lengthen those heels towards the ground. Maybe stretch out the back of the leg. Let's breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lower that left knee down. Keep the left hand on the floor or a block and reach the right hand to sky. Breathe in. Now exhale, let's bring that right hand down to frame the foot and sweep both hands up to sky, lifting up so the hips and shoulders are stacked. Now lean into that right foot just a little so you can bring that left heel towards the glute. The left hand can catch that foot. Right hand onto the knee or the thigh and open up the front of that left quad with that nice little stretch. Breathe in. Now exhale, release that hand down. Maybe bring the hips back, finding our Ardha Hanumanasana. Stretching out the back of the leg. Breathe in. Maybe rocking forward and bring that left knee back so the left hip is stacked over the knee and then lengthening that right leg again. Breathe in. Now exhale, coming into low lunge, the right knee over the right ankle. Bring the hands to frame the foot. Curl the left toes under. Let's step it back to downward facing dog. Exhale. Nice job, guys. There's a lot going on. Exhale, lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin. Let's pause here. Ashtangasana, 8-point pose. The sits bones reach for the sky while the knees, the toes, the hands, the chest, the chin ground. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, lower everything down to the ground. Let the hands hover, lift the heart just a little. Pull those shoulders back so the elbows reach for the heels. And as we do that, the shoulders go back just a little bit. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, lower down the chest. Maybe the chin comes back to the ground. Bring the arms forward, thumbs to the sky, palms face each other. And now glance up between the hands and then lift those thumbs to the sky and feel the chest lift just a little bit. Breathe in. Now exhale, keep those hands hovering, bend the legs so the ankles maybe stack over the knees. And then maybe press those heels towards the sky, the thighs lift off the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down the tops of the thighs, lower down the tops of the feet. The hands come down. The head comes down, pause here, and sigh. And breathe in. Now exhale, bring those hands under the shoulders. Let's press up, press back, downward facing dog. Exhale. And sigh, breathing in, breathing out, guys. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Lower that right knee down. Keep the right hand on the inside of the foot or a block, and then sweep that left hand to the sky, or maybe to the hip, extending through a gentle twist. Breathe in. Exhale. Noticing that second chakra, maybe noticing energy everywhere else. Breathe in. Exhale, sweep that left hand down. Now from here, we'll lift up, rising up out of the hips, and then nice and tall, reaching through the fingertips. And exhale, sweep the hands down. Left hand to the thigh. That right hand will catch that foot as we kick the heel towards the glute. And then the hand into the foot. Or the foot into the hand. Kick the foot to the hand. And maybe open up the front of that leg. Breathe in. Exhale, release the foot out of the hand. Let it fall gently. It's going to be active in that hamstring. So lower that leg down. And then we'll send the hips back. Left leg is long. Maybe walk the knee back or send that heel forward. Ardha Hanumanasana. Breathing in and out into the hamstring of our left leg. And sigh. Deep breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Now exhale, let's bend that knee, kind of rock forward, frame the foot. Bring that knee, that back knee forward if you need to, so you can plant the hands, curl the foot under, but step it back, downward facing dog, exhale. And now maybe in your downward facing dog, you want to keep that chest reaching for the thighs, but with your hands planted. Maybe you bend the elbows and that head kind of lowers towards the ground, and you straighten the arms. Just kind of some shoulder presses, downward facing dog kind of presses, bending the elbows, the head floats down, draw the belly button in, straighten the arms, maybe one more time. Bend the arms, straighten the arms. And now lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin. Sits bones reach for the sky. Inhale, heart comes down, chest comes down, stomach comes down. And then lift the heart again. For baby cobra, elbows point towards the heels and the shoulders go back. Heart lifts, breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale, press up and back, find child's pose. Maybe bring those knees mat distance apart. And then sink down into child's pose. Let the breath go. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. And on an exhale, let's roll up. Bring that left knee over to the right side of the mat. Bring the hips down, the seat comes down. We're gonna bring our legs wide, our feet wide apart. If you have a block, you can have a block out in front of you if you want. I just kind of do that so I can rest my elbows or my arms on it. We're gonna fold forward, but let's first ground the sits bones. Your feet don't have to be super wide. They can be as wide as feels comfortable, and maybe you adjust that as we go. But imagine those pinky edges of the toes kind of turning out. Or if it feels better on your legs, they can turn in. But try to keep the feet kind of open so we can hinge forward. And then when you start to feel it on the inside of the legs, then maybe you round the back. And maybe it feels better for those toes to fall in, depending on the rotation of the hips. I have more external rotation, so my feet fall outward. If you have a lot of internal rotation, they might roll in. So there's no right or wrong. But just notice where your feet are, and then let yourself come forward. And maybe you feel it in the back, the legs, inner legs, outer. You might even feel it in the back. Just rest here for a couple of breaths. Breathe in. Now. Now one more exhale. And we'll inhale to slowly begin to rise up to bring those shoulders back over the hips. And let the breath go. Bring the left foot in towards the thigh, the right thigh, and bring that right leg a little more inward. So it's not quite as out if you had it kind of far out. And now from here, let's breathe in, roll the shoulders up and back, round the sits bones. We're gonna reach our arms to the sky, and we're just gonna kind of side bend towards that extended leg, kind of reaching the fingers towards that foot, as if we were holding a globe, maybe even hold the block there. This is a side stretch where we also get a little bit of opening in the back of that leg, maybe. Breathe in. Now let's exhale, bring the arms back over the hips, over the shoulders. You bring that left hand behind you, and then reach that right arm over across the body for a side body stretch on the right side. Flex that right foot towards the face. And then exhale, bring the right hand over the top. Hands come down, roll the shoulders out. And now bring the left leg out, right foot comes in. Get that nice position on the leg so it feels right in the sits bones. Feels just so. Then we'll bring our arms to the sky and then laterally hinge over towards that extended leg. Maybe that bottom arm even rests on the leg. Or you can imagine you're holding that ball over the foot. Maybe opening up the shoulder. Flex the foot. Breathe in. Now exhale, let's go back behind us. So the right hand comes behind us. Ground the sits bones and really reach through that left arm. You can bend that right arm as you reach back. And then bring the arms, left arm up and then the right. You interlace the fingers, draw the hands to the heart. Draw that left knee in, the right foot to the ground. So knees point towards the sky. If you're off your mat, kind of come back to your mat. And then we'll exhale to recline back onto the ground. You can roll down. Maybe you just roll to your side and roll down. And when you get there, reach the arms overhead. You can point the toes and reach through the feet. And then let a breath go. And then let the breath take you into Shavasana. Maybe you find your soles of your feet together and you rest in butterfly, recline butterfly for a few breaths first. Maybe you find Shavasana. Inviting the subtle body to kind of speak through us, to us throughout the day, throughout the week. You can recognize habits, the good ones, the bad ones. I don't like to say good or bad, but like those ones that are helpful for our development and some of those that might not be so helpful. Just becoming aware of them and then to go deep and see the why. Now begin to bring some awareness to the breath, to the feet, maybe to the hands. And feel that connection between the feet and the hands. And the connection between the shoulders and the hips. And then when you're ready, roll over to one side. Then when you're ready from there, maybe rolling up to a seated position. Bring our hands to our hearts or rest them on the knees or wherever feels right. Maybe enjoy getting back into older habits that served us. Maybe it's working out. Maybe discovering some habits that we can let go of. But just be open to the exploration, grounded in self-compassion and gentleness towards ourselves. Let's exhale. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om
Namaste. Thanks, guys.